Hi, once again over here. I'm Rajkiran, and you're on for Opus tutorial classes for creative design tutorials. I've been researching quite a few styles and patterns of sketching and design ideas, and we came across a lot of very impressive means of design evolution, and trust me, like you got to really have fun with your sketches, okay, and you have to find out different source of motivation for your design experiments, for your study analysis and drawing skills. And while we were researching, we found that there are some basic things from which you can evolve design, and these basic things are a part of your product designing, your fashion designing, and graphic designing, and likewise a lot of things. Okay, so in your exam there are a few patterns which they ask for, and God knows like exactly what kind of pattern the examiners are going to put forward to you. So irrespective of that, we are actually we don't have a methodology, we don't want to follow a pedagogy, because there's no system. Okay, any days, any time, people can come across with new ideas, and that's what the challenge of this industry is all about. So you don't hook up yourself with this kind of pattern that only whatever we are talking about. You must experiment widely and wildly, okay, widely and wildly, okay. Fine, so let me see what we can do today. There are certain shapes given to you, maybe, okay. Say for example, a shape of a bulb. A bulb is given to you. So this is a bulb, shape of a bulb given to you. Maybe they give you a toothbrush, half of a toothbrush, maybe, with the bristles somewhat. Okay, half of the toothbrush, broken toothbrush. I just put this way, and they might also give you certain non-customized structure. Say a triangle, and a button, maybe a button, and likewise few more things. Okay, say few more things. For example, you may have a needle. We can have a needle, right? It's sharp at the top, right? A needle. Okay, so this appears somewhat like a needle. Okay, very sharp needle. And if like these things are given, and they give you a choice, generally, like use any 4 of them or use any 3 of them out of the number of extras they have given, and you are supposed to be using them together in making a product. Okay, that's very interesting. How can you use these characters to make up a product, a new innovative design, okay, which is not just for the sake of art, not for the sake of creativity, but really must have function and value. So those functional values are important for you, for us, for the future of the industry, because industry requires a lot of new innovative lifestyle products, and lifestyle products come with basic shapes, basic available resources that we have in the industry, have around us, actually, okay, and how we can punch them together, club them together, and form a new idea. Okay, how these things can be used, how can you maturely use these things so that this gives a new look altogether. So let me see what I can develop with it. I think this space we can draw over here, okay, till here. I'm not sure. You may use any one of them a little more, multiple times. You can reduce the shape, reduce the size. Okay, you may rotate them flexibly according to your convenience. So multiple times is one factor, rotation is another factor, okay, and reduction and enlargement is another factor. So these are the factors you have to use Okay, make sure that this design works. So how am I going to make and what am I going to make? I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, let me try. It's the same way experimentation happens. You just can't do just like that. Okay, you have to be very sure and mature enough to handle all the things that has been given to you, provided to you. Okay, so like if I happen to place this button within this, okay, how does it help, right? Let me put this button here, this button, okay, I've placed. Maybe should I turn this bulb upside down or something like? Should I turn it upside down? What does it happen? What does it happen actually? I don't know. I'm working on it. I hope I come to certain condition that this starts appearing something. I'm not sure. Okay, so I need this bristle, this triangle, this needle, okay, uh, to brush. Where could I use this brush for? Can I use this brush down like this? Okay, I have one square space. Maybe this is a square space, the triangle sphere, and this rectangular part. I have to cut off this area maybe, or maybe I can keep it. No problem. Okay, let me keep this. Let me keep this. What about the triangle space? So what is it going to be? I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me think about what is it actually. What is the function of it? Uh, what we place this triangle over here? What this appears to be? Does it appear something like? Uh, what about this needle? What am I using this needle for? Should I connect this needle with something? Is it some kind of is it some kind of suction where you have dust around over here, so that you wipe over this dust is being sucked up, and this is kind of a winder wheel. This wheel rotates, this wheel will rotate, and this rotation of the wheel actually provides a suction of this the dust through it, maybe like a vacuum cleaner, so maybe this is a rotational wheel, okay, and it sucks the dust out of this bristle, goes inside, right, and gets stored up around in the chamber. So definitely inside it might have a nozzle kind of this. So you have to write down those things, those design style. After preparing, you have to write down that this is the rotatory wheel, okay, and this is the suction chamber. This is the bristle, okay, dust bristle. These are like dusts. This is a lever actually. This is a lever. There is a fulcrum, or maybe this is like it has switches. It may have a switch over here. It may just have a switch over here, and this is just a design part. It appears though, and this needle could be. This needle could be a pointer, pointer over here with marks. Like this area is filled up with dust, it cannot take any more dust. It doesn't have a capacity. So this needle will actually come to a red light over here, red. So this is okay, this is yellow, this is green, okay, and this is red. So red is full, and this is green. So green, yellow, okay. So this is yellow, means it's filling up, fast filling up, and this portion is green. Means go, it's empty. empty, go, yellow, filling, and this is red, it's full, means this is the indication. So this needle can be used over here as an indicator, right? So and this triangle is a small battery container over here. We can arrange to put cells, small cells, and this cell is attached by wire over here, so that this wire is connected with this rotatory wheel and it rotates. So this suction. So it's actually a manual, very small gadget, handy home appliance kind of thing, where you actually don't have a big vacuum cleaner. You just have it handy. You know, just want to dust around on the bed, you know, on the table and on certain floor mats or on the wall, to just get a little bit of dust sucked in. Okay, so this is how you apply the entire concept of design story, and you have to write down. You have to write down the whole story. This is a, you know, suction gadget to be used for home appliances and like that. No? Understood? So this is how the entire philosophy is to be written. I mean, the fundamental, rather not philosophy, but this is an exact fundamental representation of what a designer actually does. So when a problem is given to them, you have to visualize the problem, and you know, you have to apply your logics, you have to apply your designing skill, creative skill, technological thinking, you know, and apply it in the form of a product, which is very much important for us in the industry. And so that this product is to be actually discussed with technologists, engineers, mechanical guys, who actually try to you know, make this thing happen. You know, there are maybe a lot of pros and cons, doesn't matter at all. This is the end use of the entire design story. So this kind of question pattern is possible that there are happening in the in NID syllabus, okay, more often. So you can think about this and try to experiment out with new shapes and new structures, and just try to work out, have fun. I uh, there are fashion products which are important. For example, in exam, there happens to be certain questions based on designing, particularly. Okay, designing with theme, concepts. So these themes are to be taught in terms of very in-depth understanding of shape, form, color, expression of particular question in demand, right? Uh, to talk about, say, the theme, as you people very regularly would be accustomed with, like underwater creature, aquatic life, and sea, and you know, aqua and blah blah like that. You know, mostly under ocean. So you know, like there are oysters, there are coral reef, there are shells, there are fish. You know, fish. Okay, yeah, that's the usual thing. You know, and blue and green weeds. So when you have this kind of theme in your mind, and they ask you to develop a product, okay, a fashion product, maybe a hat, you know, a hat, you know. So you must know how to draw a hat and what kind of hat you want to do. And definitely when you associate a particular theme with the product, okay, you have to visualize that you're not going to make a baseball hat, you know, baseball cap, you know, or a particular, you know, aristocratic hat, and use this theme of sea, aqua, under ocean, into that. You have to think about in terms of its practical use. What is the practical use? The practical use is like somebody wearing this kind of character of design detailing will definitely look forward in very casual holiday mood, you know, and beach mood, you know, and party mood, and those kind of theme parties where the theme is aqua, theme is like in the beach, in around the swimming pool. It's that fun and drama. So you have to associate the product shape into those kind of contexts whenever you are trying to draw, try to design. So this is baseball cap. I'm just giving you an example of, like, this is a baseball cap. So you cannot have baseball cap as such. This is like a very usual hat which is there for more formal occasion. Not for this formal occasion. Then what? Then generally you have to have a hat which is like more often like in very party type, very thin party type. So let me erase these lines which is there for baseball cap. So kind of a hat. Okay, this is female, right? Female hat kind of thing. And should the brim be a little bigger? Can it be a little bigger in size so that the entire shape is to be understood? Try to form up first an idea how you want to draw, you know, a hat. Okay, I like a lady's face. You would like to see? Okay, this is too much, right? Okay, let me put it this way. Is it fine this way? Fine. This one, not put up this way. Is it good? Yeah, it appears though, right? There's a head size, right? Can we put up a little more, shape up a little bit? So this is it. Yeah, you will see. Okay. You want to see the eyes? We want to see the eyes. Okay, let's see. Let's see. How to show the eyes? Okay, now I think we want to see the eyes. That's the ear over here. Okay. So that's the nose. You want to make the nose? Sure. And then I'm not showing you right now, the face. I will draw the face, but it's just like a representation of a face with the hair locks falling off, right? Hat, I think the hat has to be a little more like curvaceous and it's more full. Shall we have the hat like this? Okay, yeah, why not? The hat would go down a little bit more. This way, no. A bigger, so it's going to be this way. See, the formation of the design depends upon a particular research pattern, how you are going to put forward the research. What kind of sketching idea you want to depict. This totally depends upon the initiation, the way you pattern. So it's never going to be like at one go foolproof exactly what you are intending to do. So experiment, walk out with a lot of line drawing, try to perfection each on every line. So maybe, yeah, this is the kind of look I want. And then I want a sea character. I would like to put up a starfish, a starfish over here. How does a starfish looks like? Somewhat like this. A starfish. Okay, and certain weeds. How about a fish? Like an aquatic fish? What aquatic fish would you like to have? Aquatic fish is what, like with a beautiful color combination, Aquatic fish. With beautiful fins. What is this? Going to be like, say, it can be a badge, it can be a print, it can be a 3D impression of thread work. Okay, so those are kind of things we can discuss around over here. So fish and this and that, right? A little bit of it, fine. Okay, and some more like certain weeds growing. How about certain bubbles? Bubbles only. How about certain bubbles? Bubbles fine. Okay. So let me correction this properly. Let me correct it out. Let's see how when we can finish our sketch. So you have to erase a few things in question, right? And see how you can erase out unwanted lines. And these unwanted lines will lead to making the work very rough. We don't want to make the work very rough. We rather want to make the work look very smooth and very pleasing. And maybe you need to give some more textures around here. This texture acts as a texture of fish fins, and maybe you have a pleated fabric, pleated fabric, pleated leather, pleated felt. The canopy of the hat becomes much more detailed now, and the inside portion too, somewhat like that. So as you can see now, this is almost on the verge of completion. You need to use colors, applying more colors. Don't overdo the things, right? And try to be very smart in using, if since this is like around the beach or something like that, you can have a few leaves. Maybe a few leaves, coconut leaves. To make it a little more dramatic in impact. So this kind of artwork and use color rendering, and then if you have time, and if you have got skill in creating the face and the eyes properly, spend some time for making of it. Okay, so you should draw the eyes properly, draw the eyebrow properly, make the eyes, make them more proper. Spend some time, open up the eyes over here. Make the nostril more perfect. Make the lines of the lips a little more, right? And a few more lines, click up, okay? And then you can make the hairs a little more flowing. Maybe a streak of hair on the eyes. Like this. And then I think this is done, and this is how the paper is going to be. This is the space for your drawing, and this is the space for the question. The question was, draw a fashion product, draw a lifestyle product on the theme beach, on the theme of aqua, on the theme of under ocean, so that's how it happens.